Good morning, students. Today we will have some more questions in optional exercise. We'll do. Before starting the optional exercise, I want to tell you one more example from my side, and this is based on actually cubic polynomial. It is in our habit to go through the quadratic polynomial. It is very easy, and if I will say find the zeros of the polynomial, so it's very simple to factorize that in by the middle term splitting and after splitting we can have two factors, and one by one if we take them 0 equal to 0, we can get the zeros of the polynomial. It is a quadratic, but instead of that, if it comes a cubic polynomial, what will happen? I'm taking one example from my side only, that if comes find the zeros of the polynomial x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6. Also find the relation between zeros and coefficient. If this comes, how this will be done? This is an interesting question. Find the zeros. If it is a cubic polynomial, that's one important thing is being here, and find the relation between zeros and coefficient. It is nothing a new thing, but first of all we have to find the zeros of the polynomial. It is x cube, it meaning that it is containing 3 zeros. And how we'll find out? Look it. First of all, I'll give it name p of x. Then after, it is not a quadratic polynomial, so that we can use the middle term splitting. Actually, it is a cubic polynomial. So I would suggest you one thing: whenever cubic polynomial is being there and you have to factorize that, you first have to try to get one of the zeros by putting some value of x, so that it satisfies to this polynomial and it gets 0. You have to put such a value of x which gives 0. So it's a trial method. You have to go first. Suppose it is 1. I am putting 1. If after putting 1 I will get 0, that fine, it is one of the 0. If I won't get 0, I'll go with x is equal to 2. And this is the method already I have told in class 9th. So I'll try first to put x is equal to 1, and I'll see that does it satisfy to polynomial. P of 1, 1 cube 1, 6 into 1, 11 into 1 minus 6, and fortunately it is 0. It means that x is equal to 1 is very important, one of its 0. So very important sentence we got. All the 0 meaning it is containing 3 zeros, and we got 1. And further method is very easy, because in previous classes we already have studied. If we know 1 0, we can find other factors. Look, I tell you. If x is equal to 1 is one of its zeros, meaning x minus 1 will be what? It will be one of its meaning polynomials factor. If x is equal to 1 is one of the 0, x minus 1 will be one of its factor. So how can we find the other factor? It is containing 3 factors. It is one factor. So what about the other factor? I'll divide. That is x cube minus 6x square plus 11x minus 6, and I'll divide by x minus 1. So kick I'll go, because already this procedure I explained in my previous classes. So it is x cube minus x squared. So this is a very simple method. I'm directly using it without telling you more and much. So now I'll choose, I'll predict the value by which I have to divide. So this by this, it is minus 5x. So minus 5x into x is minus 5x square, minus plus 5x. I'll get cancel, and 6x minus 6, I'll choose 6, and then 6x minus 6. Ultimately, I would say both cancel, the rest factor is x square minus 5x plus 6. So it is a quadratic polynomial. In that section I will take, because I want to find all the zeros, and it is one of the zero. What about the rest zeros? It is hiding in this. It is hiding in this. So it is not a tough one, because it is a quadratic polynomial and it is on a habit to split the middle term and get the rest of the zeros. And I'll split that by middle term splitting. I have to choose a two number whose addition is a 5 and multiplication is a 6, which is 3 plus 2. Then multiply 2x inside the bracket, 3x plus 2x plus 6. I'll then open the bracket and make a pairs, take out common x, then minus 2 take out common. So ultimately x minus 3 take out common. Now one by one I'll take 0, first and second. So I'll have 3 and I'll have 2. So what about the zeros? 1, 2, 3. These are the three zeros of this polynomial. So this is the first part have now done, that find the zeros of the polynomial. So still now you have got it. Now let me rub all, because now we got the zeros. And now very important thing I'm telling you, very first time for cubic polynomial we are looking forward find the relation between zeros and coefficient, because till now what we had seen the questions, this was the based on the quadratic polynomial. In that questions we were asked here find the relationship between the zeros and coefficients. Very first time we are having the cubic polynomial, and for cubic polynomial we have to find all these things. Okay, let me say something. What zeros we got? 1, 2, 3. So I'll say first alpha, second beta, and very interesting gamma. Third is gamma is equal to 1. Sorry, 1, 2 and 3. First 0, 1, second 0, 2, third 0, 3. Till now we had in our habit alpha and beta. Third, this time we have to go for gamma also, third 0. Now we'll go with a relation. So you know that how to find this relation. This time student, remember it is a cubic polynomial. So three things we have to follow one by one. What first thing is sum. Don't write this, sum. Alpha plus beta plus gamma. What happens? 1 plus 2 plus 3, 6. Students, look, always keep remember alpha plus beta plus gamma comes negative. So it is a positive. So I'll make it negative. How it is? Look at, I tell you. Minus, can I write that is minus of minus 6, because minus and minus will get plus, and upon 1 from my side only. And again I want to say something, that alpha plus beta plus gamma always negative. So it is minus sign. So minus 6 is the coefficient of x square. Look at properly. Coefficient of x square upon 1 is coefficient of x cube. So student, now keep remember, always this happen. You must keep remember that alpha plus beta plus gamma always comes negative. And this is a relation. Now I'll go with the second. Student, we have three things. First we have done. Second, very interesting comes here. Alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha. This is a product of the zeros in pairs. This is a sum of product of zeros taken in pairs. This is a sum of the zeros of the product of the zeros taken in a pair. So now I'll go through this. Alpha beta 1 2, then 2 3, then 3 1. What comes? 2 6 3 6 9 to 11. Wow. And it is a positive. So you keep remember alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha is always positive. We got a positive. I'll write from my side 11 upon 1 and look at what is 11. 11 is coefficient of x upon coefficient of x square. It is always positive. Keep remember students, always positive. So you should remember that these specific things I'm telling you, that after finding the relation you always get this kind of condition. Alpha plus beta plus gamma always negative. Alpha beta beta gamma gamma alpha always positive. And third thing I would write here, this is product. Before doing I want to say it is negative, it is positive, it is negative. Alpha beta gamma 1 2 3, 3 2s are 6. And it is always negative, I have taught you, but it is a positive. So manage the sign by taking minus minus. So minus minus plus. Take this minus sign here. And what is minus 6? Look at minus 6 is constant term. Constant term. Upon coefficient of x square. Sorry, x square I have written everywhere. It is x cube. Sorry, x cube and x cube. Now student, keep in a mind that always it happens. Alpha plus beta plus gamma always negative. Alpha beta beta gamma gamma alpha always positive, and it is always negative. So these are the relation between zeros and coefficients. So hope it is good enough to you. This time, student, keep remember, this time we are given find the zeros. We are asked find the zeros, so that we found first by prediction and then by division method. But in further questions, if this question comes like, show that 1, 2 and 3 are zeros of x cube 6x square plus 11 minus 6. Also find the relation of zeros and coefficients. Suppose this question comes to you. So what is the difference between the last question and this question? In last question we had to find zeros and then find the relation. In this question we have to show that 1, 2, 3 are zeros. Meaning 1, 2, 3 are given, but we have to show they are zeros. So I tell you the simple trick how to show these are zeros of the polynomial. These are zeros of the polynomial. How to show? One by one put p of 1 here. If these are zeros, it will satisfy the polynomial. If these are the zeros, they will satisfy to the polynomial. We have to show that these are zeros of polynomial. We don't have to find. We have to check. So how to check? Put 1, 1 cube, 1 square, 11 into 1. Do yourself, it is 0. Meaning 1 is none else. 1 is 0. Second, I'll go with 2. 2 cube, 6 into 2 is square, 11 into 2, 6. Do yourself, it is 0. Meaning 2 is none else. 2 is a 0. And similarly guys, p of 3, if you find out, it is again 0. Meaning 1, 2, 3 all are satisfying to polynomial. They are zeros of the polynomial. This is a method. When you will check it out, you have to find the relation by so-called method. Already I have discussed in the last board. 3 things we have to find out. Alpha plus beta plus gamma, which comes negative. Alpha beta, beta gamma, gamma alpha, which is positive. Alpha beta gamma, which is negative. 3 things we have to find, and this question will be done by like that. Okay students, so this is good enough. Why I have explained this? Because in miscellaneous and optional exercise, very first question depending on that, and this is homework to you. You have to do it. If you couldn't make, ask me. And further questions, 3 or 4 questions, we'll discuss tomorrow. Thank you.